tí ó lè fún ọ ní tó lè bọ́ ní àbọ̀yó fún ebi tó ń pa ọ́ nípa Ọlọ́run dúró síbẹ̀.
Because it is only one reason why we should come to the church.
Nítorí pé èrè ìdí kan ṣoṣo ni gbogbo wa ní láti wá sí ilé ìjọsìn.
We want more of God.
A fẹ́ Ọlọ́run sí i.
Many are coming to the church because they belong to so denomination. They belong to so church. They belong to so church. So I must see my church where I will worship. If my church is not here, no, let me go to where my church is. These are religious purposes.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń lọ sí ilé ìjọsìn nítorí pé ẹ̀ka ilé ìjọsìn wọn ò ní ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ. Mi ò lè lọ síbí nítorí pé kì í ṣe ẹ̀ka ilé ìjọsìn mi. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ dé ẹ̀ka ilé ìjọsìn mi kí n tó júsìn.
This morning,
ní àárọ̀ yìí,
I want to talk to you on what the Lord engraved in my heart when we were in discussion in the midnight.
Mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ ohun tí Ọlọ́run fi sí ọkàn àyà mi nígbà tí mò ń bá ní ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ ní òru.
Know and understand your own God.
Mọ̀ kí o sì jẹ́ kí Ọlọ́run rẹ kó yé ọ.
Know
Mọ̀
and understand
kí o sì ní àgbọ́yé
your own God.
Ọlọ́run rẹ.
Not the God of another.
Kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run ẹlòmíràn.
But your own God.
Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run tìrẹ.
Everybody say my own God.
Kí gbogbo ènìyàn kó sọ pé Ọlọ́run tèmi.
Look up here.
Wò mí lókè.
Everybody say my own God.
Kí gbogbo ènìyàn sọ pé Ọlọ́run tèmi.
God
Ọlọ́run
is not the same to all of us equally.
Kì í ṣe bákan náà lórí sí gbogbo wa.
Listen please.
Tẹ́tí sí mi.
God
Ọlọ́run
is not the same to all of us the same.
Kò rí bákan náà sí gbogbo wa yípo.
God,
Ọlọ́run
his appearance
ìrí rẹ̀
is not the same to us equally.
kì í ṣe bákan náà lórí sí gbogbo wa.
How he is to a father is not how he is to his children.
Bí Ọlọ́run ṣe rí sí bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe rí sí àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀.
How God is to the pastor is not how he is to the members.
Bí Ọlọ́run ṣe rí sí olùṣọ́àgùntàn kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí sí àwọn ọmọ ìjọ.
How God is to a wife is not how he is to the husband.
Bí Ọlọ́run ṣe rí sí ìyàwó bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe rí sí ọkọ rẹ̀.
But religion has blinded us and put us in the prison.
Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀sìn ó ti bò wá lójú ó sì ti fi wá sínú ọ̀tìmọ́lé.
What is the evidence of what I am saying?
Kí ni ìjẹ́rìí sí
Ẹ̀rí.
kí ni ẹ̀rí sí ohun tí mò ń wí?
You can never find the same fingerprint with the father and with his child.
Ìka oníkálùkù ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn látòrí bàbá títí lórí ọmọ.
The fingerprint,
Ìka oníkálùkù
you can never find it the same in the family. They don't have two in generations.
kì í ṣe bákan náà ló ṣe rí nínú ẹbí kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹnìkan yàtọ̀ sí tẹnìkejì.
It's an indication from God that I am not the same to all of you.
Eléyìí jẹ́ àmì láti ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wá wípé kì í ṣe bákan náà ni mo ṣe rí sí gbogbo yín.
As your own fingerprint
Bí ìka ọwọ́ rẹ ṣe rí
will be the approver of the supply of anything from the government or from the bank.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìka ọwọ́ rẹ òní yóò gba ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ fún ọ láti ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba.
If I put my fingerprint in where your fingerprint is needed, it will not bring anything out.
Tí mo bá fi títẹ ìka tèmi sí orí ibi tó yẹ kí títẹ ìka rẹ ó wà lórí ìwé kò lè ṣiṣẹ́.
The father's own will never do the mother's own.
Ìka ti bàbá kò lè ṣe iṣẹ́ tí ìka tìyá ó ṣe.
Listen to me.
Tẹ́tí sí mi.
But today,
Ṣùgbọ́n ní òní
the church
ìjọ Ọlọ́run
have chained the members together in one chain and put in one dungeon called religion.
wọ́n ti fi ṣákáṣáká dé gbogbo ọmọ ìjọ wọ́n sì ti fi wọ́n sínú túbú ti ẹ̀sìn.
And their understanding of God is nil. is nil.
òye wọn nípa ti ọlọ́run kò tiẹ̀ débì kankan rárá.
Ó jẹ́ òfo.
ó jẹ́ òfo.
God
ọlọ́run
is God to us individually.
ọlọ́run ni ọlọ́run sí ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa.
God is never God to all of us.
ọlọ́run kì í ṣe ọlọ́run sí gbogbo wa.
Can you hear me?
ǹjẹ́ o gbọ́ mi?
God
ọlọ́run
is not God to all of us the same.
kì í ṣe ọlọ́run kan ṣoṣo sí gbogbo wa.
He is a different God to different of us.
ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan ni ọlọ́run yàtọ̀ sí ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan.
Therefore,
nítorí náà
for you to enjoy the best of God,
láti lè jẹ́ pé kí o gbádùn ọlọ́run jù,
you have to know and understand your own God.
o gbọ́dọ̀ mọ ọlọ́run rẹ, o sì gbọ́dọ̀ ní òye ọlọ́run rẹ.
Not the God of your leader.
kì í ṣe ọlọ́run aṣíwájú rẹ.
Not the God of your denomination.
kì í ṣe ọlọ́run ẹ̀ka ẹ̀sìn rẹ.
He's not the God of your church.
kì í ṣe ọlọ́run ilé ìjọsìn rẹ.
You don't have to know the God of your general overseer.
kò pa dandan fún ọ.
Not Kokwadano. You just must not know the God of your general overseer.
o ò gbọ́dọ̀ mọ ọlọ́run olùdásílẹ̀ ìjọ rẹ.
You must not know the God of your prophet.
o ò gbọ́dọ̀ mọ ọlọ́run wòlíì rẹ.
Why?
kí nìdí?
None of them can help you in the days of your adversity.
kò sí nínú wọn tó lè ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́ ní ọjọ́ ìpọ́njú rẹ.
If my fingerprint cannot qualify you where your fingerprint is needed, then my God or the God of anybody cannot help you.
tí ìka mi ò bá ti lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún ọ níbi tó o ti nílò rẹ̀, tó o ti nílò ìka rẹ, a jẹ́ pé o ò lè jàǹfààní ọlọ́run ẹnikẹ́ni.
Therefore,
nítorí náà
there is no way we can avoid to be a religious slave.
kò sí ọ̀nà kankan tí ó fi lè pé fún wa láti di ẹrú ẹ̀sìn.
There is no way we can avoid to be a religious slave.
kò sí ọ̀nà tí ó fi tọ́ fún wa láti di ẹrú ẹ̀sìn.
Kò sí ọ̀nà tá a fi lè yọ láì jẹ́ ẹrú ẹ̀sìn. Àyàfi tí a bá dá Ọlọ́run tara wa mọ̀ bí ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan. Oh my God. Or else, you will be a slave of religion.
bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ a ó di ẹrú ẹ̀sìn.
You, not I.
bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ìwọ yóò di ẹrú ẹ̀sìn.
When you don't know your God individually, you will become a slave of religion.
tí ìwọ kò bá dá ọlọ́run rẹ mọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan ó di ẹrú ẹ̀sìn.
You know what they do to a slave?
ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ ohun tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe fún ẹrú?
They push him here,
wọ́n ó tì síbí,
they push him there.
wọ́n ó tì sọ́hún.
No slave has his own mind.
kò sí ẹrú kankan tó ní ọkàn tirẹ̀.
Thank you. No slave has his own mind.
kò sí ẹrú kankan tó ní ọkàn ti ara rẹ̀.
You will not have the mind of God that is your own if you don't know your God.
o ò lè ní ọkàn ọlọ́run rẹ tó yẹ kó o ní tí o bá mọ ọlọ́run rẹ.
You will have the mind of the general overseer. You will have the mind of your church. You will have the mind of your doctrine.
ó ní ọkàn olùdásílẹ̀ ìjọ rẹ, ó ní ọkàn ìjọ rẹ, ó sì ní ọkàn wòlíì rẹ.
Ó ní ọkàn ẹ̀kọ́ ìjọ rẹ. Ó sì ní ọkàn olùdásílẹ̀ tàbí ọkàn wòlíì. That is the mind 99% of Christians are carrying about in the world today.
irú ọkàn tí ọ̀kẹ́ àìmọye kìrìsìtẹ́nì tó ń gbé káàkiri lóde òní nìyí.
That is why in a big church they will dream out of 10,000 members, only 7 or 4 are going to heaven. Only 4 they saw that raptured.
ìdí nìyí tó fi jẹ́ pé nínú àwọn ìjọ ńláńlá ẹnìkan ó lálàá wípé òun rí ẹni 4 péré ló lọ sí ọ̀run.
Why?
kí nìdí?
The 4 are those who have their own mind of knowing God personally.
nítorí pé àwọn tó ní ọkàn tiwọn fúnra wọn wọn ò pọ̀.
Oh God.
àwọn mẹ́rin péré ni wọ́n ní ọkàn ara wọn.
You want to listen to the message? Mommy, come and take over, please. Because I don't want the world to miss my audience. You can't listen to the message and at the same time interpret. It's very difficult. I understand. That is why people that are going to heaven are very, very scanty.
Ìdí nìyí tí àwọn tó ń lọ sọ́run tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ péréte.
Others have not committed sin.
Àwọn tó kù kì í ṣe pé wọ́n dẹ́ṣẹ̀.
But their mind and heart is misappropriated.
Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti ṣe ọkàn wọn gbé sí ààyè ibi tó yẹ kó wà.
Yes. Instead of their mind giving to the altar of God, he's giving to the altar of their church, he's giving to the altar of religion, he's giving to the altar of their doctrine.
Dípò kí wọ́n fi ọkàn wọn sí pẹpẹ Ọlọ́run wọn, wọ́n fi ọkàn wọn sí pẹpẹ ilé ìjọsìn wọn àti ti olùdásílẹ̀ ìjọ wọn.
And that is where the problem is.
Ibi tí ìyọnu wà lélẹ̀ yìí.
They submitted their heart but to a wrong place.
Wọ́n fi ọkàn wọn sílẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n sí ibi tí kò tọ́.
Many times I will weep while I am in the presence of God.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà ni mo máa ń sunkún nígbà tí mo bá wà níwájú Ọlọ́run.
If you don't know your God,
Tí ìwọ kò bá mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ,
you will become a religious slave.
ó di ẹrú ẹ̀sìn ni.
One day,
Ní ọjọ́ kan,
God told me,
Ọlọ́run sọ fún mi
call so pastor,
pé olùṣọ́-àgùntàn báyìí
take him to the bank,
mú lọ sí ilé ìfowópamọ́,
go and open bank for him, account for him,
lọ sí ìwé fún ní ilé ìfowópamọ́,
and begin to send money to him.
kí o sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa fún lówó láti bẹ̀.
God told me,
Ọlọ́run sọ fún mi,
it's not about religion.
èyí kì í ṣe nípa ẹ̀sìn,
It's not a pastor in our denomination.
kì í ṣe olùṣọ́-àgùntàn ní ẹ̀ka ìjọ wa kankan.
My God,
Ọlọ́run mi,
whom I know,
ẹni tí mo mọ̀,
instructed me.
ó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀,
Then I obeyed.
mo sì gbọ́ràn.
Listen to me.
Tẹ́tí sí mi.
If you don't know your God,
Tí ìwọ kò bá mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ,
you will be a slave of religion.
ó di ẹrú ẹ̀sìn.
If you don't know your God,
Tí o bá mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ,
you will be a slave of your denomination.
ó jẹ́ ẹrú ẹ̀ka ìjọ rẹ.
Do you hear that?
Ǹjẹ́ o gbọ́ eléyìí?
Slave of your denomination.
Ẹrú ẹ̀ka ìjọ rẹ.
You will never be obeying God, but you will be obeying the instruction of your church.
O ní máa ṣe ìgbọràn sí Ọlọ́run, ṣùgbọ́n ó máa ṣe ìgbọràn sí ẹ̀ka ìjọ rẹ.
It is what your church told you to do or tell you to do. You are going to do with all faithfulness.
Ohun tí ìjọ rẹ bá sọ fún ọ pé kó o ṣe, ló máa fi gbogbo ọkàn rẹ ṣe.
And you are faithful to it.
Ó sì jẹ́ olóòótọ́ sí.
But God never at once instructed you to do anything.
Ṣùgbọ́n kò sí ìgbà kankan tí Ọlọ́run pàṣẹ fún ọ pé kó o ṣe nǹkan náà.
Because you don't know him.
Nítorí pé ìwọ kò mọ̀.
You only know the church.
Ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nílé ìjọsìn rẹ.
Oh God. You only know the church.
Ó kàn mọ ìjọ rẹ nìkan.
You only know your doctrine.
Ó kàn mọ àlàkalẹ̀ ìjọ rẹ nìkan.
You only know your pastor.
Ó kàn mọ olùṣọ́-àgùntàn rẹ nìkan.
But you don't know your God.
Ṣùgbọ́n ò mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ.
These are the kinds of people that we gathered in church worldwide today.
Irú àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n kóra wọn jọ pọ̀ sí ilé ìjọsìn káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé nìyí lónìí.
We will become a denominational bigot. Do you know what they call bigot?
Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ ohun tí wọ́n ń pè ní bigot?
Anybody know what we call bigot? But all of you graduated from university. A bigot is somebody who is devoted to the ideas and views of others. Devoted to the ideas of others.
Ẹni tó fi gbogbo ayé rẹ̀ jìn fún ohun tó jẹ́ ti èrò àti ìṣe ti ẹlòmíràn.
Thank you. Repeat it. You got it.
Ẹni tó fi gbogbo ayé rẹ̀ fún èrò àti ìṣe ti ẹlòmíràn.
You are not expected to be devoted to my view. To my view.
kò yẹ kí o fi gbogbo ayé rẹ jìn sí ohun tó jẹ́ èrò ọkàn tèmi
Or my opinions.
tàbí ohun tí mò ń rò.
No.
Rárá,
You have to be devoted to your God, not to my own view. But when you are devoted to my view, what I am saying God asks us to do, God said you should not do this, God said you should not do this, and you are keeping to it, you are a bigot. You are you are denominational bigot, religious bigot.
ó yẹ kó o fi gbogbo ọkàn rẹ gbogbo ara rẹ jìn fún Ọlọ́run rẹ tó o mọ̀, kì í ṣe láti fi gbogbo ara rẹ tàbí ọkàn rẹ jìn fún Ọlọ́run ẹlòmíràn. Nígbà tó o bá ṣe eléyìí, a jẹ́ pé o ti fi ara rẹ jìn fún ohun tí kò tọ́.
Today,
Lónìí,
look at church A.
ẹ wo ilé ìjọsìn A.
They are practicing what the general overseer of church A believes.
Wọ́n ń ṣe ohun tí olùdásílẹ̀ ilé ìjọsìn wọn tó gbàgbọ́ nínú rẹ̀.
They are bigotries. They are bigots.
Wọ́n ti fi gbogbo ọkàn wọn jìn fún ohun tí kò tọ́.
Why?
Kí nìdí?
They each of them have nothing he or she personally believe from God. He believed in the Bible.
Kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni nínú wọn tó gbàgbọ́ tàbí tó ní ohun tó gbàgbọ́ láti inú Bíbélì fúnra rẹ̀.
Until the member is brought to this, we have imprisoned you. We have made you a slave of our denomination.
Láì jẹ́ wípé a bá jẹ́ kí ọmọ ìjọ kọ̀ọ̀kan kó wọnú òdodo tá à ń wí yìí, a jẹ́ pé a ti fi wọ́n sínú ẹ̀wọ̀n ni.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Ǹjẹ́ ohun tí mò ń sọ ó yé yín báyìí?
The doctrine of our church will begin to control us.
Àlàkalẹ̀ ìjọ wa ni wọ́n
Know and understand your own God.
mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ kí o sì ní òye Ọlọ́run rẹ.
When the church or doctrine
Nígbà tí ìjọ tàbí ẹ̀kọ́ ìjọ
begins to be your controller,
tí ó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní darí rẹ,
you will not be able to know your God and understand your God again.
o ò ní lè mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ, o ò sì ní lè ní àgbọ́yé nípa Ọlọ́run rẹ mọ́.
Many people hearing me will be wondering, but what is this man preaching?
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó ń gbọ́ mi yóò máa yà wọ́n lẹ́nu, wọ́n máa sọ wípé kí ni ọkùnrin yìí ń wí.
Romans chapter 8 verse 9 says, if there is anyone who do not have the spirit of Christ, he's not his own.
Ìwé àwọn ará Róòmù orí kẹjọ ẹsẹ̀ kẹsàn-án wípé tí a bá rí ẹnikẹ́ni tí kò ní ẹ̀mí Kristi, ẹni yẹn kì í ṣe ara rẹ̀, kì í ṣe ti ara rẹ̀.
He go further down and said, as many that are led by the Spirit of God are the sons and daughters of God. Pastor's denomination.
Nítorí náà, ogunlọ́gọ̀ àwọn ọmọ ìjọ ní òde òní ni wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ olùṣọ́ àgùntàn wọn.
That's why when you see them, you can say the church they belong to.
Nítorí náà ló ṣe jẹ́ pé tí o bá ti rí wọn, o ti mọ ilé ìjọsìn tí wọ́n jẹ́.
Because they dress according to the view of their general overseer. They talk according to the belief and view of the general overseer.
Nítorí pé wọ́n ó wọṣọ, wọ́n ó sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n ó sì máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìgbàgbọ́ olùdásílẹ̀ ìjọ wọn.
And the Bible says,
Bíbélì sì wí pé
as many that are led by the Spirit of God are the sons and daughters of God.
iye àwọn tí à ń ti ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run tọ́, àwọn ni ọmọ Ọlọ́run.
Somebody can be a teacher here,
Ẹnìkan lè jẹ́ olùkọ́ níbí,
and God will tell you,
Ọlọ́run ó sì lè bá ọ sọ̀rọ̀.
when you are praying,
Tó bá ti ń gbàdúrà,
start evening class for the students in the church.
bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ìrọ̀lẹ́ fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n wà ní ilé ìjọsìn rẹ.
Probably is a math teacher, or probably is a physics teacher. God will give you, that is your father talking to you.
Ẹni náà lè jẹ́ olùkọ́
Oh my God.
nínú ìṣirò tàbí iṣẹ́ mìíràn. Ohun tí bàbá rẹ̀ ń bá ọ sọ nìyẹn.
And he will come to the church, to the leader, and say, Daddy, God has laid in my heart to. And I will say, no. God don't have us that. No.
Ẹni náà sì wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ olùṣọ́àgùntàn rẹ̀. Bàbá, ohun báyìí ni Ọlọ́run bá mi sọ, ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò takò. Màá ní rárá, kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
The pastor
Olùṣọ́àgùntàn
is operating his church.
òun ló ń darí ìjọ rẹ̀.
He's not in the church of Jesus.
Òun ò sí nínú ìjọ Jésù.
And the member who wants to be in the church of Jesus has found himself in the church of the pastor.
Ọmọ ìjọ tó fẹ́ jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ Kristi ó ti bára rẹ̀ nínú ìjọ olùṣọ́àgùtàn.
That is the problem that is confronting the church today.
Wàhálà wo ni?
I was a senior marketing officer in NEPA, and God said, resign.
Ọ̀gá ni mí nílé iṣẹ́ ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá kí Ọlọ́run tó pè mí pé kí n lọ fìwé sílẹ̀.
And he has never been unfaithful for once with me for
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
more than 30 years now.
Kò fìgbà kan má ṣe olóòótọ́ sí mi láti bí 30 ọdún ó lé sẹ́yìn.
Why should I betray him?
Kí wá ni ìdí tí n ó fi dalẹ̀ rẹ̀?
Know and understand your own God.
Mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ kó o sì ní òye kíkún nípa Ọlọ́run rẹ.
Look at Isaiah chapter 1. Let's go to Isaiah chapter
Wo
1.
ìwé Aísáyà orí kìíní.
Isaiah chapter 1.
Ìwé Aísáyà orí kìíní.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3.
Ìwé Aísáyà orí kìíní ẹsẹ̀ 17.
I read, the ox knows their master. Hey. Quickly. Excuse me, do you see? Everybody,
Gbogbo ènìyàn.
open the Bible now. Ox knows its master, its owner. You can imagine animal.
Ẹ wò ó fínífíní màálù tó jẹ́ ẹranko ó mọ olúwa rẹ̀.
Eli, stand up. Come here. Mabombi. Look at her. Look at her.
Ẹ wo ọmọbìnrin yìí.
Everybody look at her.
Gbogbo ènìyàn
Where's the
wò ó.
audience? One day,
Ní ọjọ́ kan,
the goat we are rearing at the back
ewúrẹ́ tí à ń sìn lẹ́yìn kùlé
escaped from the door.
ó jáde lọ.
Manager. Yes, read it to Yoruba.
Kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ sì mọ ibùjẹ olúwa rẹ̀.
Excuse me.
Ẹ wò mí ná.
Excuse me.
Ẹ wò mí.
People of God, are you not listening?
Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn Ọlọ́run ṣé ò gbọ́ mi ni?
Please don't know this church.
Mo bẹ̀ ọ́ má ṣe mọ ìjọ yìí.
Don't know me.
Má ṣe mọ̀ mí.
Don't know this church.
Má ṣe mọ ìjọ yìí.
Don't know this ministry.
Má ṣe mọ iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́
Don't
yìí.
know me.
Má ṣe mọ̀ mí.
Donkey
Kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́
knows his master.
ó mọ olówó rẹ̀.
He knows his own manager.
Ó mọ ẹni olówó
Read it.
rẹ̀.
Read it again, please.
Kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ sì mọ ibùjẹ olúwa rẹ̀.
Do you see now?
Ǹjẹ́ o rí báyìí?
Today,
Lónìí
when anything happens to any member,
tí ohunkóhun bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọmọ ìjọ,
they are running to the church to come and pray on the altar.
wọ́n ń sáré bọ̀ ní ilé ìjọsìn láti wá gbàdúrà lórí pẹpẹ.
Is altar your God?
Ṣé orí pẹpẹ ni Ọlọ́run rẹ ni?
Any church that the member are practicing like that, demons are on their altar. Demons are on their altars.
Ìjọ yòówù tí àwọn ọmọ ìjọba ti ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ a jẹ́ pé ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn ó wà lórí pẹpẹ wọn.
Take it or leave it.
Bó bá wù ọ́ kó o gbà, bó bá wù ọ́ kó o má gbọ́.
Let me go and drop my water at the altar so that angel of our church can touch it. It's not the angel of your church. It's the demons that your church is operating under.
Jẹ́ kí n lọ gbé omi mi sí orí pẹpẹ ìjọ wa kí áńgẹ́lì ìjọ kó fọwọ́ kàn án, kì í ṣe áńgẹ́lì, ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn ni.
Church,
Ìjọ
read it again in Yoruba, please.
kà á lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ sí ní Yorùbá.
Kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ sì mọ ibùjẹ olúwa rẹ̀.
Look at that. If you know your God, you will know that your God is not in a meeting place where we call church here. Your God is in your life.
Tí o bá mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ ni, ó mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run kò sí ní ilé ìpàdé gẹ́gẹ́ bí eléyìí tá a wà yìí, Ọlọ́run wà nínú rẹ.
Excuse me.
Ẹ wò mí.
I am not looking for numbers. I am looking for members of Jesus Church.
Mi ò wá èrò, àwọn ọmọ ìjọ Kristi ni mò ń wá.
And he has told me,
Ó ti sọ fún mi,
my son,
ọmọ mi,
reconnect my children back to me and preach the gospel to the sinner in the world.
so àwọn ọmọ mi padà pọ̀ mọ́ mi kí o sì wàásù ìyìn rere ní ìgboro.
That is the mandate given to me.
àṣẹ tó fún mi nìyí.
If the offering of today ought to be 100,000, but you are going to contribute 2,500. Yesterday night, somebody must send 100,000 to my account.
tí ọrẹ tí ẹ ó dá nílé ìjọsìn lónìí yẹ kó jẹ́ 100,000 tí ẹ wá sì torí ohun tí a sọ yìí.
No!
tí ẹ dá 2,500 ọlọ́run á ti ṣètò ẹni tí yóò fi 100,000 naira ránṣẹ́ lálẹ́ àná.
He knows that is your capacity.
ó ti mọ agbára rẹ.
You have contributed in your maximum capacity.
ó mọ̀ pé o ti ṣe agbára rẹ.
But he knew that my position is more than your offering and your tithe. God must produce that tithe from another place to meet my need.
ó mọ̀ wípé ohun tí mo nílò ó ti kọjá ohun tí o fẹ́ mú wá nítorí náà ó gbọ́dọ̀ pèsè láti ibì mìíràn.
Then why will I betray him?
kí wá ní ìdí tí mo fi fẹ́ dalẹ̀ rẹ̀?
Why will I work with my brain to generate money?
kí ni ìdí tí n ó fi máa ṣe ohun gbogbo pẹ̀lú ọgbọ́n orí mi láti sa owó jọ?
Don't know this church. God is not in this church.
má ṣe mọ ìjọ yìí nítorí pé ọlọ́run kò sí nínú ìjọ yìí.
What is this man saying?
kí ni bàbá yìí ń sọ yìí?
The Bible says
bíbélì wípé
God does not live in the house made with hand.
ọlọ́run kò gbé nínú ilé tí a fi ọwọ́ kọ́.
What made here?
kí ni nǹkan tí a fi kọ́ bí?
Answer me.
ẹ dá mi lóhùn.
Do you want me to deceive you?
ṣé kí n tàn yín jẹ ni?
That's right. Who created it?
ta ni ẹni tó dáa?
Human being.
àwọn ènìyàn.
Know ye not that you are the temple of God?
ṣé ẹ̀yin kò mọ̀ wípé ẹ̀yin ni tẹ́ḿpìlì ọlọ́run?
Not this wall. Not this wall.
kì í ṣe ògiri yìí.
Not this wall.
kì í ṣe ògiri yìí.
Not this floor.
kì í ṣe ilẹ̀ ẹlẹ̀ yìí.
Not this tiles. Not this
kì í ṣe
altar.
àwọn táìsì yìí. kì í ṣe pápá yìí.
The altar of God is invisible. It's inside of a man.
pẹpẹ ọlọ́run kì í ṣe ohun tí a lè fojú rí, inú ènìyàn ló wà.
Can you hear me?
ǹjẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ mi?
Know your God, your own God, and understand him.
mọ ọlọ́run rẹ kí o sì ní àgbọ́yé rẹ̀.
Because you will only be a religious bigot.
nítorí pé ìwọ yóò di ẹni tí ó fi gbogbo ọkàn rẹ̀ jìn fún ohun tí kò tọ́.
Only devoted to what Adeniji believe, his view, not to what the Lord is telling you in the Bible.
ẹni tó fi ara rẹ̀ jìn fún ohun tí Adéníjì gbàgbọ́ kì í ṣe ẹni tó fi ọkàn rẹ̀ jìn fún bíbélì.
And I've told you your fingerprint cannot work for me and my fingerprint cannot work for you.
mo sì ti sọ fún ọ wípé ìka rẹ kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìka tèmi náà kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún ọ.
Continue. Nisho. But Israel does not know. Yes?
àwọn ènìyàn mi kò ronú.
Do you hear?
ǹjẹ́ ẹ gbọ́?
Us know their owner.
àwọn ẹṣin wọ́n mọ
Does not know their owner.
àwọn ẹṣin wọn ò mọ olúwa wọn.
Donkey knows their owner.
kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ ó mọ olówó rẹ̀.
Horse, cow know their owner.
màálù ẹṣin ó mọ olówó rẹ̀.
God said, my own people don't know me.
ọlọ́run wípé àwọn ènìyàn tèmi wọn ò mọ̀ mí.
But they know they are member of church A.
ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n mọ̀ wípé àwọn jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ A.
They know they are member of church B.
wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ B.
They know the name of their pastor.
wọ́n mọ orúkọ olùdásílẹ̀ ìjọ wọn.
They can fight because of their pastor.
wọ́n lè jà wọ́n lè bá ẹnikẹ́ni jà nítorí olùṣọ́ àgùntàn wọn.
But he said, but they don't know me.
ṣùgbọ́n olúwa sọ pé wọn ò mọ̀ mí.
It will not pay you not to know God and know me. You will be a loser.
kò lè pé ọ kó o má mọ ọlọ́run ṣùgbọ́n kó jẹ́ pé èmi ló mọ̀.
It will not pay
Kò
you
lè pé ọ.
to know your church, to know your denomination without knowing the Lord.
kò lè pé ọ kó jẹ́ pé ìjọ rẹ nìkan ló mọ̀ kó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ka ìjọ rẹ tàbí àlàkalẹ̀ ìjọ rẹ nìkan ló mọ̀ kò lè pé ọ láì mọ ọlọ́run.
Listen to me.
tẹ́tí sí mi,
Listen to me.
tẹ́tí sí mi.
There's going to be a needless fear to fear when you don't know your God.
Nígbà tí o bá mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ, ohun tí kò tó bẹ̀rù ló máa bẹ̀rù.
A needless fear will be feared.
Ìbẹ̀rù tí ò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ló máa bẹ̀rù.
Because you don't know your God.
Nítorí pé o mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ.
If there's anything you ought to devote your life to,
Tí a bá rí ohunkóhun tó yẹ kí o fi gbogbo ọkàn rẹ jì fún,
is the Lord,
òun náà ni Olúwa.
not the church,
Kì í ṣe fún ìjọ,
not the pastor.
kì í ṣe fún olùṣọ́àgùntàn.
When you devote your life to the Lord,
Tí o bá fi gbogbo ọkàn rẹ jìn fún Olúwa,
then you begin to manifest it in the church.
nígbà náà ni ó mọ wá ṣe àfihàn rẹ̀ nínú ìjọ rẹ.
People will know that this man belongs to God.
Àwọn ènìyàn yóò mọ̀ wípé ọkùnrin yìí ti Olúwa ni.
This sister belongs to God.
Arábìnrin yìí ó jẹ́ ti Olúwa.
The effect of your knowing God will now be bringing people to God himself so that they will also come and know their own God.
Àbájáde mímọ̀ Ọlọ́run rẹ yóò wá hàn sí gbogbo ènìyàn tí yóò wá jẹ́ kí gbogbo ènìyàn náà kó mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ̀.
Am I talking to somebody?
Ǹjẹ́ mò ń bá ẹnìkan sọ̀rọ̀?
This church,
Ìjọ yìí,
we have been in a position whereby we will rent 15 dozen of chair. After we have 80 benches, each containing six people on a roll, we will still go and rent 15 dozens or 12 or 13 dozens to organize program. This place will fill up, the compound will fill up, the road will fill up.
ìjọ yìí ti wà ní ipò wípé tí a bá fẹ́ ṣe ètò nígbà kan tó jẹ́ pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí àwọn èèyàn bá jókòó ní mẹ́fà lórí benches kọ̀ọ̀kan tí inú ilé kún, a ó tún gba àga ìjókòó bíi dọ́sìn mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún tí gbogbo títì àti inú ọgbà tí ó kún fún àwọn ènìyàn.
After we finish,
lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí a bá ṣe tán,
people will line up here. They want to see me in the office again.
àwọn èèyàn ó tún tò wọ́n láwọn fẹ́ rí mi.
One day,
Ní ọjọ́ kan,
the Lord came.
Olúwa wá,
He said, this ministry is your ministry.
ó ní iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yìí tiẹ̀ ni o.
It is you that will benefit from it.
Ìwọ nìkan ló ṣe àǹfààní fún,
Because it is you they know.
nítorí pé ìwọ nìkan ni wọ́n mọ̀.
Nobody asked me before I stop it.
Kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni tó sọ fún mi kí n tó dá dúró.
When you hear àgọ́ JESU, the meeting was what made this place popular.
Tí o bá ń gbọ́ àgọ́ Jésù, àwọn ètò tí a ṣe nígbà náà, òun ló jẹ́ kí ibi báyìí kó di ìlú mọ̀ká.
You will see cars on this street.
Ẹ ó rí
Cars on
àwọn
this street.
ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ tó tò lọ rẹpẹtẹ.
Do I need cars? Am I called to go and gather car owners to myself?
Ṣé ìdí tí Ọlọ́run fi pè mí ni kí n máa kó àwọn tó ní káàjọ ni?
Did God call me to bring great men to the church here?
Ṣé Ọlọ́run pè mí kí n bá lè kó àwọn èèyàn ńláńlá jọ ní sílé
God
ìjọsìn yìí?
said, go and show me to the people for the salvation of their soul.
Olúwa sọ wípé lọ fi mí hàn fún àwọn ènìyàn fún ìgbàlà ọkàn wọn.
If you know me
Tó o bá mọ̀ mí
and you don't know God,
tí o mọ Ọlọ́run,
it does not pay you.
kò pé ọ.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Ǹjẹ́ ohun tí mò ń wí yé ọ?
When you don't know him,
Tí o ò bá mọ̀,
you will fear a needless fear.
ìbẹ̀rù tí ò yẹ ló máa bẹ̀rù.
You will run a needless running.
Ààrẹ tí ò tọ́ ló máa sá.
People that ought to fear you, you will fear them.
Àwọn ènìyàn tó yẹ kí wọ́n máa bẹ̀rù rẹ, ìwọ ló máa bẹ̀rù wọn.
Why?
Kí nìdí?
Because you fail to know your God.
Nítorí pé o ti kùnà láti mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ.
That is why the pastor have to call them every night vigil. 7 days night vigil, 21 days night vigil. Ogun lé bàbá rẹ tí òjò orí gbé sókè. Ẹ gbàdúrà. Ọlọ́kọ́ pa wọ́n dànù. Ó yá ẹ̀kẹ́.
Ìdí nìyí tí olùṣọ́àgùntàn fi ní láti máa pè wọ́n kí wọ́n máa wá sí ìṣọ́ òru ọlọ́jọ́ 7, ọlọ́jọ́ 21 ní ìgbà gbogbo.
Of course, some of our meeting we call is to generate money for us, but you don't know.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ìpàdé tí à ń pè ní ilé ìjọsìn lónìí láti kówó jọ ni ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìjọ ẹ̀ ò mọ̀.
Listen.
tẹ́tí.
If you fail to know your God and understand him, you will fear a needless fear.
tí o bá kùnà láti mọ ọlọ́run rẹ kí o sì ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìmọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ ẹ̀rù tí ò tọ́ ló máa bẹ̀rù.
Look at Leviticus chapter 19 verse 31.
ẹ wo ìwé lẹ́fítíkù.
Give no, my reader there, please open your Bible. Give no regard to mediums or familiar spirits. Do not seek after them to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Leviticus 19:31. Leviticus 19:31. Yes. Oh God.
má ṣe yí padà tọ àwọn tí ó ní ìmọ̀ àfọ̀ṣẹ. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ẹ̀yin kí ó má sì ṣe wá àjẹ́ kiri láti fi wọ́n bá ara yín jẹ́.
Yes.
èmi ni Olúwa Ọlọ́run yín.
Chebo, I am the Lord your God.
èmi ni Olúwa Ọlọ́run yín.
If you know me,
tí o bá mọ̀ mí.
you will not need the help of medium prophets.
o ò ní nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ àwọn wòlíì.
Medium prophets.
àwọn wòlíì àjẹ́.
Read it, verse 32. 31.
má ṣe yí padà tọ àwọn tí ó ní ìmọ̀ àfọ̀ṣẹ.
Yes, medium prophets.
àwọn wòlíì aláfọ̀ṣẹ.
You will not need their help.
o ò ní nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ wọn mọ́.
Because you know your God.
nítorí pé o ti mọ ọlọ́run rẹ.
You will not fear witches.
o ò ní bẹ̀rù àjẹ́.
Look at the church today.
ẹ wo ìjọ lónìí.
Everybody look up.
gbogbo ènìyàn wò kè.
I watch a program. I say, Pastor, come and sit. Come and sit.
mo wo ètò kan lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára mo pe olùṣàgùntàn pé kó wá wò ó.
All the members went and bought cutlass. The general overseer carry gun. They want to kill their enemy in the church.
gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ìjọ wọn lọ ra àdá ńláńlá olùdásílẹ̀ wọn náà òun náà gbé ìbọn wá.
Did you see it?
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
I said, Pastor, you see your friends?
mo ní wo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ.
Cutlass, big cutlass. All members were carrying cutlass.
àdá olórí ńláńlá oníkálukú gbé tiẹ̀
They were
dání.
praying. I got it.
wọ́n sì ń gbàdúrà.
I got it.
mo ṣá ọpa.
How did we arrive this place?
báwo la ṣe dé ibi tá a wà yìí.
Are there no leaders in Christendom in Nigeria?
ṣé kò sí àwọn aṣíwájú mọ́ nínú ìjọ kìrìsìtẹ́nì ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ni.
Have they all died?
Ṣé
Have
gbogbo
they
wọn ti kú
all
ni?
backslided?
ṣé gbogbo wọn ti pẹ̀yìn dání ṣé gbogbo wọn ti kú ni.
Why are we not hearing their voice?
kí ló dé tí a ò gbóhùn wọn.
If one of them could talk the message of life, 1 million at a time will hear them. Than me talking here, only few thousands are hearing me.
tí ẹnìkan ṣoṣo nínú àwọn aṣíwájú tá a wí yìí tí ó bá lè lanu tó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìyè sí gbogbo ayé mílíọ̀nù àwọn ènìyàn ni wọ́n ó gbọ́ yàtọ̀ sí èmi tó jẹ́ pé tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ níbí àwọn thousands ló ń gbọ́.
How did we become what we are today?
báwo la ṣe da ohun tá a dà lónìí.
People will come in and say, Ambassador, I'm not going to the church again.
àwọn èèyàn wọ́n pe olùṣọ́àgùntàn wọ́n sọ pé mi ò lọ sí ilé ìjọsìn
I
kan
say,
mọ́.
why?
kí ló dé.
They say, what are they doing in the church? They are only manipulating us.
wọ́n á máa dáhùn wípé kí ni wọ́n ń ṣe nílé ìjọsìn gan wọ́n kàn ń fọwọ́ wọn yí ọpọlọ wa ni.
Are they wrong?
ṣé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Because the member also want the pastor who will turn their head.
nítorí pé ọmọ ìjọ pàápàá ó ń wá olùṣọ́àgùntàn tí ó máa fọwọ́ yí ọpọlọ rẹ̀.
Don't look for pastor who will turn your head. Here.
má ṣe wá olùṣọ́àgùntàn tí ó máa fọwọ́ yí ọpọlọ rẹ̀ níbí.
Because I will not.
nítorí pé mi ò ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
I have a place to go.
èmi ní ibi tí mò ń lọ.
And I don't know when I'm going to finish my assignment.
mi ò sì mọ̀ ìgbà tí n ó parí iṣẹ́ mi.
So why will I do bastard and stupid and unrewardable work for my master?
kí wàá ní ìdí tí n ó fi máa ṣe iṣẹ́ tí ò lérè fún ọ̀gá mi.
Church,
ìjọ
before I stop,
kí n tó dánu dúró.
look at John 4:23.
ẹ wo ìwé Jòhánù.
Quickly. Know and understand your own God.
mọ ọlọ́run rẹ kí o sì ní òye kíkún nípa rẹ̀.
But the hour is coming, and now is the hour. Jesus is talking here. Yeah? Excuse me, do you hear? It's now, yes, when the true worshiper will worship the Father in spirit and truth. Excuse me.
wò mí
They are not going to look for the name of church where they will serve God.
kì í ṣe orúkọ ilé ìjọsìn tí wọ́n ti sìn ni wọ́n wá káàkiri.
One person entered this church sometimes ago.
ẹnìkan wọ inú ìjọ yìí ní àsìkò kan sẹ́yìn.
And I was preaching the message.
mo sì ń wàásù ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run.
He stood up. He wanted to go out.
ó dìde ó fẹ́ jáde.
Mommy asked her,
màmá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀
why are you going?
kí ló dé tó fẹ́ máa lọ.
I said, this is not my church. I think this is, I will not mention their church. I thought this is a branch of our church.
Mi ò ní dárúkọ
I
ìjọ
am
rẹ̀.
looking for our church. You know what? She was saying that I'm looking for my prison. I am looking for my prison.
ó dá wọn lóhùn wípé mo lérò pé ẹ̀ka ìjọ mi ní eléyìí ni mi ò mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe ẹ̀ka ìjọ mi
She
ẹ̀ka ìjọ
took
mi mò ń wá.
her Bible and went out.
ó gbé bíbélì rẹ̀ àti báàgì rẹ̀ ó sì jáde.
Anywhere you find yourself preaching the gospel that could make you more closer to Jesus than here, you get to that church, don't stand up to come here again.
ibì yòówù tó o bá ti rí ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run tó so ọ́ papọ̀ mọ́ ọlọ́run ju ohun tó ń gbọ́ níbí báyìí lọ dúró síbẹ̀ má padà wá bímọ.
Àkàrà tí wòlíì ń jẹ nínú igbó kọ́ ni wọ́n ti ń dín.
The bread that the prophet eats in the wilderness is not baked in the wilderness.
Àwọn tí ó máa sin bàbá wọn ó máa sin nínú ẹ̀mí.
The people that will worship the Father will worship him in the spirit.
Kì í ṣe inú ìjọ náà ti máa sin o.
It is not in the church that they will come and worship him.
Òrìṣà náà máa ń bọ nú ilé.
It is only idols that are worshipped inside.
Inú ẹ̀mí náà ti máa ń sin Ọlọ́run o.
You worship God in the spirit.
Tó o bá dójú bọ Ọ̀ṣun wàá ríbi tán kọ́lé fún.
When you get to the groove of Oshun, you will
Tó o bá
see.
dójú ojúbọ Ọ̀fà wàá ríbi tán kọ́lé fún Fá.
When you get to where they worship Ifa, you will see
Tẹ́ ẹ
the
bá
heart that
délé
they are.
Ṣàngó ẹ ríbi tán kọ́lé fún Ṣàngó.
When you get to Shango's place, you will see.
O ò lè kọ́lé fún Ọlọ́run o ò lè kọ́lé fún Jésù. Tó o bá kọ́ ilé òrìṣà ló kọ́.
You cannot build a house for God or for Jesus. If you do that, you have built a house for an idol.
Ilé ìpàdé la wà yìí tí a ti ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tí yóò mú wa mọ Ọlọ́run dáradára láti ní ìbáṣepọ̀ tó gbóná pẹ̀lú rẹ̀.
This is a meeting place where we learn and understand God so that we might have a good relationship with him.
Finally,
Lákòótán,
look at verse 24.
ẹ wo ẹsẹ̀
God
kẹrìnlélógún.
is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. Unless you know him, you can't worship him in the spirit and in truth.
Àyàfi tí o bá mọ̀, o ò lè sìn nínú ẹ̀mí àti nínú òdodo.
Go and keep on to be seeking for him. Say, if you seek me, you will find me.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa wá, ó wí pé tí o bá wá mi, ó rí mi.
Lord,
Olúwa,
what will you want my life to be used for you?
kí ni o fẹ́ kí n fi ẹ̀mí mi ṣe fún ọ?
The remaining days of my life,
Ohun tí ó kù nínú ayé mi,
what will you want me to use it to do for you?
kí ló fẹ́ kí n fi ṣe fún ọ?
Whatever he tells you you are doing,
Ohunkóhun tó bá ti sọ fún ọ, òun náà ni kó máa ṣe.
whatever he tells you which you are doing,
Ohunkóhun tí ó bá ti sọ fún ọ tí o sì ń ṣe,
that is when you are serving him.
ìgbà yìí ni ò ń sìn.
It's not what I am telling you here that you are doing.
Kì í ṣe ohun tí èmi ń sọ fún ọ níbí, ohun tí ò ń ṣe ló fi ń sin Ọlọ́run.
No,
Rárá,
it's not what our doctrine is telling you that you are doing.
kì í ṣe ohun tí ẹ̀kọ́ ìjọ wa sọ fún ọ tó ń ṣe, kì í ṣe ohun ló fi ń sin Ọlọ́run.
But what is he telling you to be doing and you are doing is what guarantee you know your God, and that is what will come to your help.
Ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí o mọ Ọlọ́run nípa rẹ̀ tí o sì ń ṣe tó pa ọ́ láṣẹ tí o sì ń ṣe fún òun ló fi ń sin Ọlọ́run.
This is a place that if God is leading you to be doing anything for him, come and tell me. Come and tell me. Come and tell me.
ibi tí o wà yìí tí Ọlọ́run bá bá ọ sọ láti máa ṣe ohunkóhun fún wàá sọ fún mi.
My God is not your God.
Ọlọ́run mi kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run rẹ.
Your God is not my God.
Ọlọ́run rẹ kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run mi.
If your God is my God,
Tí Ọlọ́run rẹ bá jẹ́ Ọlọ́run mi ni,
our fingerprint must be the same.
a jẹ́ pé ìka wa ó gbọ́dọ̀ rí bákan náà.
If your God is your child God, your fingerprint must be the same.
Tí Ọlọ́run rẹ bá jẹ́ Ọlọ́run ọmọ rẹ ni, ìka ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀kan náà.
Know your God
Mọ Ọlọ́run rẹ
and understand him.
kí o sì ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ òye nípa rẹ̀.
Then it is then you can enjoy him.
Nígbà náà ni ìwọ yóò gbádùn Ọlọ́run.
Stand up on your feet
Dìde dúró lórí ẹsẹ̀ rẹ.
and say, Lord,
Wípé Olúwa,
Lord,
Olúwa,
shine the light of your understanding to my life.
jẹ́ kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ òye ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ kó tàn sí ayé mi.
Shine the light of your understanding to my life.
Jẹ́ kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ òye rẹ kó tàn sí ayé mi.
That prayer carries many miracles inside of it.
Àdúrà yìí ó gbé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ iṣẹ́ ìyanu sínú.
This prayer has a lot of deliverances inside of it.
Àdúrà yìí ó ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìtúsílẹ̀ nínú.
Lord,
Olúwa,
shine the light of your knowledge into my life.
jẹ́ kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ kó tàn sí ayé mi.
Lord,
Olúwa,
shine the knowledge of your understanding to my life.
jẹ́ kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ òye rẹ kó tàn sí ayé mi.
I want to know you.
Mo fẹ́ mọ̀
I
ọ́.
want to understand you.
Mo fẹ́ gbọ́
I
àgbọ́yé
am
rẹ.
tired of knowing a pastor, knowing a church, knowing a prophet.
Ó ti sú mi láti máa mọ olùṣọ́àgùtàn, láti máa mọ wòlíì, láti máa mọ
I
ìjọ.
want to know you.
Ìwọ ni mo fẹ́ mọ̀.
Shine the light of your knowledge to my life.
Olúwa, tan ìmọ́lẹ̀ ìmọ̀ rẹ sí ayé mi.
Pray and ask the Lord, please.
Ó yá gbàdúrà kó o béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
Open your mouth to pray.
La ẹnu rẹ kó o gbàdúrà.
Open your mouth to pray.
La ẹnu rẹ kó o gbàdúrà.
I say, open your mouth to pray.
Mo wí pé la ẹnu rẹ kó o gbàdúrà.
Oh my God. Open your mouth to be praying. Open your mouth to be praying.
La ẹnu rẹ kó o gbàdúrà.
Until this knowledge come,
Ó dìgbà tí òye yìí bá wá.
before you can enjoy God to
Kí o
the
tó lè
fullness.
gbádùn Ọlọ́run dọ́ba.
Open your mouth to pray.
La ẹnu rẹ kó o gbàdúrà.
Open your mouth to pray. Open your mouth to pray.
La ẹnu rẹ kó o gbàdúrà.
Open your mouth to pray.
La ẹnu rẹ kó o gbàdúrà.
Everybody keep on praying. Keep on to be
Kí
praying.
gbogbo ènìyàn kó máa gbàdúrà.
This is time to pray. It's only one prayer point you are going to pray.
Àsìkò àdúrà ni eléyìí. Àdúrà kan ṣoṣo tí a ó gbà nìyí.
Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
La ẹnu rẹ, la ẹnu rẹ.
Lord, shine your light of understanding to my life.
Olúwa, jẹ́ kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ òye rẹ kó tàn sí ayé mi.
Everybody keep on to be
Kí
praying.
gbogbo ènìyàn kó máa gbàdúrà.
Keep on to be praying.
Kí gbogbo ènìyàn kó máa gbàdúrà.
You need him. You need him.
O nílò rẹ̀.
You need him.
O nílò rẹ̀.
He's the only one who can come to your aid and help.
O nìkan ló lè gbà ọ́ là tó lè fún ọ ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó fẹ́.
No other person. No other person.
Kò sí ẹlòmíràn.
Open your mouth to pray. Open your mouth to pray.
La ẹnu rẹ kó gbàdúrà.
Open your mouth to pray.
La ẹnu rẹ kó gbàdúrà.
Lord, shine the light of your understanding to my life.
Olúwa, tan ìmọ́lẹ̀ òye rẹ sí ayé mi.
I want to have practical knowledge of you.
Mo fẹ́ ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìmọ̀ nípa rẹ.